Hang on. I think live.
Well, g'day.
Oh,
Hi.
hello. How are we?
The one thing about lives, I don't know if it's actually live until it's live because there's so many things happening before it goes live.
Yeah. If you're here with us, can you just give us some thumbs up and things? We've done it a little bit different today. We've actually got our microphone down here on the table so we can have the camera a bit further back this time, so you can see a little bit more. So
we're very off grid today, and the location where we are. This is very slapped together. This is. Oh, we're good. Yeah, we're good.
Right. Oh, no. Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I just could hear myself. And I was like, oh my god, is that me?
So because we're so far away from the computer as well, normally I read the comments on the computer, but today I've got it going on my phone. So kind of what you guys see is what I see as well. So if it scrolls really fast and I miss something, I'm really, really sorry. It's not personal. I just can't keep up sometimes.
So welcome to another live. Basically, this one's just an overview of obviously the new van, what we love, what we don't like, all those fun things, and obviously future plans as well that we're very excited about to get involved and show you guys and tell you all about it as well. So
yeah,
without further ado, I think we should just dip into it.
Yeah, cool. Well, pretty much we put out on Instagram the other day a few questions as well about what you guys wanted to know with the van and things like that. So one of the big things that came up on there, you'll have to open your phone so you've got the list. But one of the big things that did come up on there was around weights.
Yes.
So many of you want to know about weights, and I know we've only just mentioned about the tear weights of the van and kind of what it was before we did the build. To give you an idea, we've actually been over like a truck weigh in, I guess.
Public weighbridge. Yeah. There's one out near Yandina.
Yeah.
Not too far, just down the road from Zone, the HQ there. Did a bit of a
sneaky GCM way.
Yeah, just to make sure that everything's on track and it's not, completely blown out of proportion, and know that we're within our boundaries. And
we're under 7 ton.
I can tell you we're under. So
which is good.
It's a good start.
A good start.
And keep in mind, we had a hell of a lot of junk on board as well that we do not now longer have on board. That's now all gone, and we've sorted out a few bits and pieces. So to know that we were probably more packed than usual, we still came in underweight is very
it's a good start.
It's a good setup.
For those that are waiting for all the official figures at the end of this month, so actually this Sunday we're having a proper weigh-in.
Yes.
We're filming it. We're doing it with Weight Check. If you've heard of Weight Check, his name's Dave.
Yeah.
So we're meeting up with him. We're doing a full weigh and we're going to record it. He's going to talk a bit about weights too. So if that's something you're interested in, you'll be able to follow along for that and kind of see where we stand. So we're hoping that everything's okay. We might be over an axle or...
Nah, it's always good.
Anything can happen.
We always promote this. We did a video way back in the day as we were learning it, because there is a lot of information, a lot of detail that goes into the weighing, the axle weights, toe ball weights. Like, it gets quite confusing. And I know, well, we both know quite personally from the very early days that it can be very confusing. And there's a lot of people going on the road now, newbies, people that have never towed before, never had a caravan before. I think it's ideal to be able to bring out videos like this somewhat regularly, just to keep up the information and keep that info there for people like them, just to know what's going on and how to sort of, gauge their own weights and make sure they're legal, because that's the biggest thing.
I'm going to actually put this out there. I'm not throwing anyone under the bus by saying this, but I think there was a bug on my face. I could feel it. I think being a YouTuber, it's a responsibility to show those things. You can't get around in something which is so overweight and claim that it's the best setup in the world. So I think it's really a good idea to actually show people like what you can do with your setup. And that is a responsibility for us now that, you guys are relying on us for information. It's the right thing to do.
I feel like it's lead by example. Yeah. Like, we're out there promoting how to do things, what's right, what's wrong. And that is probably one of the biggest things on the road today, because there's so many of us out there. A lot of people don't know. They're just uneducated about it, which is, it happens. Like, not everyone knows the information they need to when they need to know it.
Anyway, enough about weights. That's the one that we've absolutely been smashed about. So it is coming. Yes. Stay tuned. You've got the list. So
right on.
I can't actually refer to the next thing.
Well,
we're going to talk about things that we loved and things that we don't love about the van.
Yeah.
One's much bigger list than the other thing.
There's it definitely outweighs the other, but like anything, you might have a couple of negatives on different things, but
yeah,
a big reason why we did choose this van is because it did tick a lot of boxes. So we
tick
do have
nearly everything for us.
yeah, we got a lot of positives. So I don't know. Let's start with a positive. We've got the outdoor kitchen. So massive tick. That big old bench out the back here. We haven't utilized it 100% yet, but already it's been amazing. It's been a huge addition. There's so much potential there. Whether you're cooking, you're socializing, the kids are just hanging out around it. Like there's so much you can do with that. And I'm getting to a very small point now where I'm getting it quite personalized, and I've got a few bits and pieces out there.
Yeah.
So you can just literally unlatch, fold out, and pull a couple of things out and start cooking.
Yeah.
It could be on the side of the road, could be down near the beach, could be the campsite. Doesn't matter where you are. It's amazing.
Like you know when you have your normal picnic table, it's like that on steroids. Like you can just open it pretty much anywhere, and there's enough room for everything. Like tonight we served our dinner off it, and we do a lot of prep work there as well. I mean, I was on the computer getting stuff ready for the live tonight as well. So it's just a really good workspace. It's like the size of a good desk. It's honestly really good.
It's massive, yeah.
What else have we got as well?
Another one, inverter.
Oh,
I'll tell you what. If anybody knows
power.
If anybody knows us and has watched us way back, you'll understand the inverter situation that we had. Wasn't ideal. Could have been a hell of a lot better, but we ran with it because it just was what it was. But to be able to just flick on the inverter and basically leave it on 90% of the time is just an absolute lifesaver. Like most people out there are probably like, yeah, it's an inverter. Like, but for us, it's a really big step forward. We were so down here, but now we're up with everyone else, which is nice. It's
really cool. I just really want to quickly say something. There's a couple of people just saying that it's going between blurry and normal.
No.
If that's happening, I'm not sure if it's your end or our end, but where we are, we do have pretty good service. Like I've got 3 bars 4G at the moment, but we're running through a Wi-Fi, which I'm not going to tell you about just yet. That's still coming. But it's overall pretty good. So I really hope that fixes itself for you.
Fingers crossed, guys.
At this end, I've got your comments coming through and everything seems to be looking okay from this end. So hopefully it stays that way.
Jaws are being off grid, eh?
Yeah. What else? Oh, airbags.
Airbags. Well, I think they just speak for themselves.
Yeah.
If you got airbags, you understand. If you don't have airbags and you've heard me rave on about it, they are as good as what I anticipated them to be. They are game changing. I'm going to use the YouTube term, game changing.
Yeah.
I should say it about 13,000 times through the episode. It should be on point. But yeah, totally like the ride quality. It does change the ride quality. I must admit.
Yeah.
Like you can even feel, and you're in the passenger seat.
Yeah, but from a wife perspective, I guess when you get back in the van and you're looking at things and you're like, oh, that moved and this moved and that's happened and stuff.
Inside,
like it's things like my cans, like baked beans and things like that. They're actually cans.
Your cans.
My cans, yeah, baked beans and veggies and things like that. They're actually where I left them. And if I put something on an upper shelf, it's still on the upper shelf and not on a lower shelf. So it is actually riding a lot better than what it did in the last one. Because often I had to pack things a certain way in the last van so that it would be okay. But now they're just okay.
Not to mention when we pull up now, I don't even have to do anything. Sean's already leveled the van before I even get out of the car.
Yeah, it's him who wanted it, but it's actually me who does it.
Oh, it's insane.
Yeah, like, he comes up, he's like, do you want me to do anything? I'm like, nah, we're level, we're done, it's finished. He's like,
I think the first day I stood just outside here and she had the door open. I watched her and it was like the most sexiest thing I've ever seen. It was her touching the toggles and leveling the van. It was amazing. It was like
small things.
Oh, small things.
What else?
Toilet.
We touched on weights. Oh, the toilet. We have a composting toilet.
This is a very controversial, I've just recently found.
Yeah.
Very controversial subject.
So I
had no idea.
Yeah, I put a post up on a caravan and camping page. Like I'm the person on Facebook. So Chris does a lot of Facebook socials, as in he's talking to you guys and answering the comments and dealing with Big Oz. And I go on a lot as myself, and I'm a part of groups as myself, and I do research and read other people's things.
Dive in deep into certain things.
Yeah, that's me. And so I put this post up on a caravan and camping page. There's 200,000 people on there. I thought, oh, surely I'll get the answers I need. And it's basically like I said, what do you prefer, Holden or Ford? And it just went stupid. And within like an hour, there was 100-odd comments, and there was some saying, you'll never convert me to a compost toilet. I was like, God, I wasn't trying to convert you. I'm just trying to figure out if our toilet's full, because that's honestly what my question was. So I've learned a lot through a lot of helpful tips from people on there. But for both of us, I think the composting for me
100%.
is so much better than a cassette.
Oh, like it's only been it's been just under a month.
We haven't emptied it yet.
Still haven't emptied it. We've still got a fair bit to go from what we've gauged and what we've learned so far. No smells, and it's like super weird. There's two things that are weird. First of all, there's no flushing. Like someone will walk in, go to the toilet, and walk out, and it's like that's just weird. You didn't flush. Like
you don't hear the water pump.
It's so normal for someone to hear them flush in the toilet.
Yeah.
Second one, for all you blokes out there that don't know about composting toilets, everyone that does knows what I'm about to say. I've never sat down to wee as much as I've done with a composting toilet. Don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with it. It takes a little bit more effort, a bit more time. But other than that, it's fine. Like, honestly, if that's all I had to do to be able to not empty a cartridge once a week, twice a week at minimum.
We haven't been to a dump point.
I'd happily do it.
Since having this van, we haven't had to go to a dump point. I don't look it up on WikiCamps. It was the biggest thing I used to do on WikiCamps. And I don't even know where they are near us. I would never clue.
Yeah, it totally is weird. That's another thing is like you're always looking for a dump point or somewhere that you're staying where you can dispose of it and stuff. Like we haven't even thought about that. We haven't even second guessed that.
Yeah, it's cool.
It is, it's a really cool transition.
I think as a full-time traveler, if you're looking for something which means that you're not so restricted as to where you can go and when you can do it, composting is 100% somewhere to go.
Definitely.
And as time goes on, we're going to do like a review on that and we'll show you. I might not do it this first empty because I need to figure out how to do it first. We haven't even emptied it yet, but after this first empty, we'll show you that process.
Totally.
We'll show you what everything looks like.
You know what we're like. Works, we'll show you everything. We've done cassette
emptying.
We'll
show you everything. It honestly just looks like soil. It actually smells like damp soil.
It literally does. It's pretty insane.
A couple of people saw the messages. Stay positive.
I saw.
They're just they're Facebook
full on.
groups.
Like,
we all know they're there. It's fine.
It's crazy how crazy people go.
So you've got the right angle of the dangle, Chris.
Absolutely.
Adrian.
I got 2 holes to aim for. It's more than enough.
Can you throw food scraps in there? Berko, I'm not entirely sure if you can or not. We do coffee grounds in there though. I
was just about to say I actually put coffee grounds in there this morning. We got like a little knock box. So basically, for anyone that doesn't know, it's just a bin, I guess, for your coffee grinds, and then you just let them dry out. They got to be dry though. That's the one thing I have learned. Then we basically just let that sit in the coffee machine, and then when they dry out enough, we just tip them straight into the compost toilet and just mix it around, and she's apples. So
there's 3 comments here. If it breaks down corn kernels, it can decompose anything. I'll let you know. We've got corn on the menu tomorrow night. And
I'll let you know about that one.
Toilet paper, John and Sylvia. So from what I've learned now, if you're just doing a wee for girls, toilet paper, just chuck it in the bin because there's just way too much to go in there. For number 2, break it into single squares, the number that you need per wipe in a sense, and then put it in. And the reason being is because there's this big like churning thing in there. So it's kind of like you're whisking up your remnants in a sense. But if they're single squares, they churn up better. They don't get
caught around it and sort of tie it down and get hard to turn and stuff.
Think women's hair in a drain. It's the last thing you want. Same thing as long bits of toilet paper.
Don't even get me started on that. I swear.
And the smell. Outback Ozvanners have asked. There is no smell.
100%.
There's actually no smell.
Like I'm actually looking.
I'm not paid by Nature's Head at all.
No.
Smell.
Like I don't know how else to like prove it to you, but
apart from going come and sniff our toilet.
No, seriously. If there's someone that's around and they want to come have a look and whether they want to go down that truck and smell it, that's fine. I will let them go and do that.
Explorers.
And then I'll film it and then I'll show you that they are either lying or not lying. No, seriously, it doesn't smell. It's bizarre, but it's been a great transition for us so far. I can't fault it.
Yeah,
I really can't.
It just smells kind of like damp soil.
Yeah.
I don't really know how else to describe that. All right, enough toilet talk. What other points do we have?
We're still in the bathroom. But we've gone just a little bit to the other side, and it's the toiletries.
Oh, toiletries. Okay,
Tool, like Tool. toiletries.
Yeah, toiletries.
That's how they've marketed it. It's actually quite smart. I like it.
Yeah, I added this in the list because I just wanted to throw it out there. One of the products that was in the van tour that you all asked me about the most, and it was not what I expected, to be honest, was the little stick-on mirror in the bathroom and shower.
Yeah.
So many people wanted to know about that.
It's always the smallest things. You guys are very trained with your eyes. You pick up so much detail.
But those mirrors, they're actually from a brand called Toiletries, like tools that you use for work, Toiletries.
Yeah.
You can get them from Howard Storage. You can get them online. There are a couple of online stores as well you can get them from. The little mirror itself does not fog up, and it's kind of in like a little silicone housing. So the silicone housing just sticks to any smooth surface it will stick to.
Yeah.
They're really easy to clean, easy to maintain. It's just good, like if you're saving water in the shower, you know, you can wash your face, and I like to see what I'm doing at the same time. I don't want to get soap in my eyes and have it everywhere. I want to see what I'm doing. So it's really handy from that perspective and just helps you on that like water saving mission. So yeah, Toiletries, that's what it's called.
But it saves you drilling anything and like actually putting stuff behind it and sticking it to never come off again. Like that was a really big reason why we went for it, especially with the Zone too, the composite inside. It just, everything sticks so well to it, like for that form of sort of toiletries and accessories and stuff. So yeah, it's been we had it in the old van as well. So this is just been transferred again into the new van. It's just again one of those products that has been proven and tested, and we love it. And if it's good enough, it always stays.
I just want to really say hello to Mr. Buccarini, who is on live at this
moment.
How you going?
G'day, Buck.
Yeah.
How you going, mate?
Thanks for joining us on the live and popping in here. Apparently he had dinner with Tofty, which is a friend that we both have, who is very happy we have his own. So yeah, thank you, and we're loving seeing your caravan as well. It's been really cool.
No, keep the vids going, bud. You're doing a good job.
Yeah. All right, what's next on the list?
We have favorite feature on the van.
Oh yeah, it's from this one in. Okay, this is the last of the good bits.
I feel like I've already touched on it. What's your favorite thing?
My favorite thing,
I got two, and that's the outdoor kitchen and the airbags.
Honestly, in all honesty, that's just so hard.
It's like when people ask you, what's your favorite location around Australia? And I'm like, I absolutely hate that question.
Yeah, I'm going to throw a few out there. So there's little nooks next to the bed. So you've got somewhere to put your phone. I put my pajamas in there during the day. There's PowerPoints in there and it's hidden away. So it's tidy. I like them.
You do use it.
The kitchen bench, the amount of space that I've gained, because we went from our caravan into a granny flat, and the granny flat had less kitchen space than even the caravan.
It was
so
terrible.
I've gained like a full kitchen.
Yeah.
I'm loving the kids having two bunks that are really usable as well.
That's a massive plus. I must admit that's something we've been looking forward to ever since thinking about a new van. Just having that triple bunk, it really does take a lot of headroom out for the kids. And
I've got more.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I've got another one.
Oh, wow.
I'm going through it here.
Right, let's go.
No, seriously, there's one more thing as well that I really wanted to add in, which is just the windows, the sheer size of the windows and how much light you can get in and how little electricity you need to use to get light in, because, you know, just the natural light is doing it for you. And then we've got like this caravan on the roof that brings all the air through and in. And so it's always like...
It's like a caravan.
Yeah, it's not a caravan. It's called Max X fan or something, but it works similar to a caravan, and you've got that airflow all the time. Like, there's so many things. I just don't even know.
So there's always, I guess, a couple of negatives or some negatives about anything you have. I guess one of them, it's not really a negative, maybe just less of it. We'll touch again on the light side of stuff. There is a lot of lights in there, and being white inside is very, very bright. It'll almost give you a suntan for the next 6 months without even going outside. Like, it's bright. Like, it's good for us for filming and things like that. Like, we actually used it this afternoon when we were cooking. We did a bit of a cook up inside this afternoon, and it was brilliant for that, because it's like you get light from all angles. But if you just want to walk in and flick the light on and just have a bit of mood lighting, it's just like, boom, there's the sun.
What did you just say? It's pretty full on.
Other than that, what else is there? PowerPoint laptop.
It's only really one for me. It's a
personal one, yeah.
So my laptop has this like massive plug thing that's like this big brick that you have to plug into the wall, and where the PowerPoint was is like about a centimetre too short, so I can't quite get it in on about half of the PowerPoints around the caravan.
Yeah.
So they just need to move them 1 centimeter. But other than that, I mean, half of them I can use. So I'm really just being picky.
Yeah.
And what else are we saying?
It's not
and
really.
It's not a negative. It's just something we've got to get used to.
It's a new way we're doing things. Like it's the water tank. So basically, the way we're doing things now, we're doing one tank at a time. Especially for like traveling over big long distances and stuff, we can pinpoint what tank we want to use. So if we don't want too much weight over the front, we can get rid of the first tank. Or if we want to sort of balance it out a bit better, we can use one of the other tanks and sort of balance it better.
Our other one just used to go down all slowly, and then you'd just be out of water.
Yeah, like it'd just all go down as one.
The other night,
but that's how we used to run it.
Yeah.
So it's just
the other night though, I was in the shower and Chris was outside. I don't even know where you were because you were out of earshot. And I was in the shower, and there's like, and all the water ran out, and I'm like, "You're kidding, right?" And I'm like covered in foam and bubbles, and I'd have to get out the shower, walk all the way around, go to the cupboard to change the water, and go back in. I'm like, and then I got to clean that up. Chris! So I'm like shouting across this campsite, like trying to find Jade. Is going, "What's wrong with you, Mum?" I'm like, "Can you go get Dad?" So we just need to learn and prepare.
Yeah, it's just learning. It's just figuring out, because we've got the Red Vision now, so it's very different to the dials that we ever had in the old van. I find they're a lot more precise than our old one. We used to get it in like quarter increments, and that was about it. You had to judge the last sort of quarter, whereas this one it'll get to the very last bar, and that last bar will actually slowly go down, as we've only just learned over the last couple of days. So
we've got a couple of really cool questions here at the bottom. So how long from putting your order in for the van to delivery did it take? So I know at the moment, because I've looked at the website like heaps, so it's about 12 months, but at the time it was a little bit longer than that. Initially they were doing what are they called? The base caravans, which is the previous model, and they kind of offered other people if they wanted to move across to the Sojourn or the Peregrine, which are the new version. Some have, some haven't. It's been a real busy year, and I mean, even our van, when it was due, was beginning of August.
It was around then, yeah.
It was about an extra 3 weeks after that, just because of COVID and bits and pieces taking longer to get here and stuff. So I do know at the moment it's 12 months exactly though. Do the yellow lights really lessen the bugs when outside? So like the ones that you can't quite see them on screen.
I was actually thinking about this afternoon. Like, it really depends on where you are.
Depends on the bug.
It really does. Like, you can get to some places and have them on. You'll have almost zero. You might have one or two on the van. And you go to other places and you just get inundated. Because there was a time at James Price Point in WA, Dampier Peninsula, where you couldn't do anything to save you. Like, you were getting smashed no matter what you were doing.
We tried to put like everything onto us down to mortine. We had the thermocell on. We were sitting in the fire of burning green leaves. There was all these things going on. It didn't work.
Bad. But I think it just really depends on where you are, depending on the bugs.
Okay, so I've got a handful of questions going on here. Can Jack open the door by himself? This one here, yes, he can.
Yeah, he can, yeah.
And to get out, he kind of half pushes on it and then kind of hangs on and goes, ooh, and then
it's got a bit of a tight suction to it. So he's got even Jada's a bit like, having a go at the door.
They're getting there. Are we happy with the hot water service? Definitely.
Yeah, no, that's a good question. We should touch on that. Yeah.
It's pretty much the same as what we had, like from literage and that. But the really good thing about this van, where they've put it, is directly next to the shower. So you turn the shower on, the hot water's there.
It's like right there.
We're not wasting water waiting for a shower to warm up. You turn it on and it's on. I think that's really cool.
That was probably the only downside, I guess, to the old version. It did take a bit of time for it to come through. So you're wasting water. If you're off grid and you want to go as long as possible, you're utilising that water there. You're wasting it, basically, and you're minimising your time at that location.
I'm skipping ahead a couple, but someone said the shower looks smaller than the old van, and it is ever so slightly smaller.
It is slightly smaller.
One way we can still stand in it the same as we did before. The other way we're very slightly restricted.
Yeah, we probably lost one angle with a bit of room, but the other side of it is normal, where we're sort of squished in a bit.
But it's still fine. It's not too small.
You're not sort of banging your arms at walls and stuff. So.
And there's a page out here, big blue comment. You might have seen it scroll up your page earlier. Gypsy Dunes need a shout out. So hello guys. Thank you for being live.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for your comment.
Yeah.
Okay, so Jack's bedroom window, how do you stop him from climbing out when it's open? Thinking about typical adventurous 2 or 3 year olds. He hasn't opened it.
Oh, seriously? I don't think he's even touched it.
No.
Is it?
He hasn't even played
He's
with
not
the
even
fly
interested.
screens.
Yeah.
I don't think he's really figured out what it does.
No,
It's
I think probably one thing I have noticed with all the other windows, he's a bit deterred by opening, because every time he goes to open it, with the windows in here, there's a button. I don't know if you've seen the van rundown, but our windows have a button before you have to open it. So you got to click it to release it and then open it. So for him, he grabs it and he tries to pull it. And we normally catch him out and say, hey, don't do that. You can't pull on it. And then it sort of deters him straight away because he can feel that he can't open it. So I think it's really just put him off the window completely, because he was a bit of a fan of it way back in the day in the old van, and he just doesn't seem to touch windows anymore, which is an absolute godsend. I can tell you that right now, which is amazing. Also, too, just quickly, he's he's quite low to the ground now, and I feel like he's more interested in just getting out and coming like in the morning to come out and have breakfast, say good morning. And he's just, I don't know, he's more entertained down the bottom, I feel.
Yeah. I was just going to say, someone said, talking about the shower, this is Mark here. Are you saying too much with the term we when talking about standing in the shower? We stand in there alone at different occasions.
As much as I'd love to be able to shower together, it's probably not going to happen. It's going to be a very
that's
close.
Long gone. That's not a van life thing.
No, we'll probably have to sneak out to the outdoor shower in future.
He was just checking. He said
that's fine. You're okay to check. You can do that.
Number one product you would say for a couple buying their first van, Stay Lost Touring 4x4.
Number one product.
Number one product for a first van.
Ooh, either a good camp chair.
Yeah, for a van though.
In a van.
On a van. I reckon, especially in the beginning, we used a lot more power than we expected, and we were trying to figure out
battery system.
Power. No, I was going to say extra solar panels, like a layout solar panel, and you go, thank goodness I can get more solar.
Yeah, well, I must admit, I'm pretty keen, even though we've got a pretty good system in this. I am considering getting another blanket.
Yeah.
Just so we can move around.
That's a good one, Burko, all smalls.
I was going to say that next. I was going to say camp
and the
chair.
Easy Anchor clothesline, which you can probably see our washing. We're literally hanging our washing on YouTube. What were our other things? We had a couple of other things we want to talk about. I think it was
just the camp out. That's pretty much it for me.
Ultimate Lifestyle Adventures. This is a shout out for you. Apparently, they were really close to seeing us recently in Mackay, and they loved our omelets.
Oh,
thanks.
I really did want to do a catch up in Mackay, but it just did not work out. I really want to. Well, this is going to put me into the next category where we're going to talk about is we've got to camp out. So, for anybody that doesn't know, we're doing a big group on Facebook. I don't know if you haven't seen it. For everyone that hasn't seen it or doesn't know what I'm talking about, it's a big group on Facebook that we've put together, and it's Big Oz Camp Out Crew. So, in a nutshell, it's up-and-coming events around Australia where you can come and meet us and hang out, socialise, drink beer, sit around the fire, win some prizes.
Yep.
We're going to do all sorts of stuff. Like, this is only the beginning of what we potentially want to do going down that track. So
we're trying a couple of new things. So the first camp out, we didn't really plan anything. We kind of just were like, everyone rock up, let's have a good time, and then planned it at the time.
Let's just see what happens. That was basically
This time we've done a bit of an agenda, so we've got a couple of days of outings where people can come along or camp, just hang out at the camp. We've got kind of a raffle and a giveaway night and a couple of cool prizes and stuff to do as well. So we're going to see how that goes. And then for the next camp out, which will probably end up being somewhere down towards Sydney, I reckon, or
it'll be down south somewhere.
Inside northern New South Wales, inner New South Wales, like somewhere inland. That'll be the next one. I've got a couple of ideas for that one as well. So
we're going to try and mix it up each location. So we're always going to probably do raffles and prizes and bits and pieces, because we got a good handful of sponsors on board that help us do what we do each and every day. And it's a great way to sort of show them some love and then show you guys just as much love, if not more, and give back to you guys Because again, it wouldn't be possible to be sitting here
if you weren't there
doing a live.
we wouldn't be doing it.
No, seriously.
Yeah.
But
all 484 of you.
Yeah.
Like what? That's just, it still blows me away.
But like just quickly, I just really want to touch on it. Like it's all about being a community. It's all about looking after each other. It's all about trying to help out, bring people together and just have a bloody good time. Because to us, caravanning is socializing.
Yeah, it really is.
It's
like
seeing things.
After this, we're going to go sit by the fire with someone who just bought a zone who's next to us. So we're going to go and have a chat with them. And then some other campers as well that are just staying at the same camp. They've got kids as well. We've been chatting this afternoon. Actually, both of us follow us. But that doesn't mean that we're any different. It just means that we're three camping people and we happen to have a public job. So we're going to go hang out with them and have drinks after. We've set around 8:15. So
100%.
We're getting close to our time.
Like it's that's
what it's about. Though.
I can't stress enough. That's what caravanning is all about. Is just getting out there, having fun, and meeting new people. Campers. Seriously.
Yeah. I wanted to just really quickly go back to I've just been holding comments a bit further up. There's quite a few of you asking about internet and what we're going to be doing in the caravan. We've got a device. It's in here. We're using it. We're on it right now. And it's working really well for us. The only reason we haven't done anything on it is because we've still got to install one portion of it. And being the van it is, and being the price you pay for this van, we want to get some assistance doing that. I think we don't want to just, drill holes and things.
This is no old van DIY drill holes.
So that's the only reason we haven't said it as yet. There is a lot of talk in here about Starlink. So Starlink is this upcoming thing. Obviously, everyone knows about it. Everyone thinks that they want it, and that it's going to be the greatest thing out there. I've been doing a lot of research this week, and I'm just not sure. Like, you spend
still very 50-50, isn't it?
You spend $1,000 to get the initial hardware, and then it's over, I think it was $179 a month or $178 a month or something, just to have access to the service. If you sign up as an RV version, you can pause it and start it whenever you want. However, we're full time, so that means it's $175 a month for us, whether we like it or not, to have internet. Elon Musk himself has said that it's a good complement to like normal internet. Like, it's, how do I explain this? What I was reading is that RV internet, so the RV Starlink is going to be one of the lowest prioritized version of Starlink. So right now it's quick, but when people get it in their homes, when everyone starts going crazy for this satellite internet, RV internet is going to be the slowest because you're going to be the last priority. I want to see when there's more people on the service and see what happens. And if these people that are getting NBN speeds right now end up going, well, wow, I paid all this money for something that's actually slow now. I don't really want to invest that money in that just yet if it's going to go slow. I want to know that it's going to stay quick and do what it needs to do, because what we have right now is quick. So, yeah, we're not holding off on telling you what it is because it's a big secret or anything like that. I just want to save it all and show you all in one complete install.
Yeah, we want to have all the details there because like anything we've ever done, we want to make sure that we've got it all there. We've installed it right. Everything's, working the way it should. And then we can utilize it and use it and test it and see how it all goes and then give you a review and give you our opinion on it, because that's how we've always done things.
Holiday Mail, so someone who's followed us a long time, Stuart, hello. By the way, I'm drinking your gin. He's saying that apparently they're going to launch thousands of more satellites. But, I mean, the thing is he was saying a couple of years ago that Starlink was going to come out, and it's only just happened now. So when are those satellites coming? Because that's a lot of money and a lot of time. Like, are they years and years away? Because if so, then I'll do it then.
I don't know. It's early days. Yeah. It's early days. Hey, who knows?
Yeah,
we might even get one still and just give it a test run.
It's not
see
out
how
there
it goes.
internet. I will say that.
Don't know.
Someone asked, is it out there internet? No, it's not. And they're very competitive against them. So.
Very much so.
Yeah. What beer are you drinking, Chris?
Old Faithful.
They've changed it though.
Yeah, they have actually. They've changed.
They've
changed the logo. Hang on.
Will you be able to see it?
I don't know. Yeah, hang on. They've changed the logo now. It's very different. They've changed the logo now. It's very different. So if you're looking for a Larry and a Dan Murphy's of BWS, We've got to look for this one. I think there's a few old ones still kicking around, but I was very lucky to get a new one. I was quite surprised. Still just as delicious. If you haven't tried it, get out there and try it.
Yeah, cool. Well, I kind of feel like
there was a green one that came up.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. What's that one?
Oh, Stuart. See Facebook for camp out details, folks. Yes.
Hey,
thanks, Stuart.
Good bloke. Good man.
But yeah, I don't know. I think at this point, if you've got any more questions, we'll probably stay on for about another 10 or so minutes because we've got a campfire to be out shortly.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you want to have any other details at all, chuck in your questions now. I'm looking for them. Where are we? Get outside. How are you? I've been watching since the first episode and it's been really good seeing Jack grow up. I thought I seen you in Rocky yesterday. Yeah, that would have been us.
Probably a very good chance of it.
We've had a crazy 2 days. So yesterday we were 8 hours in the car yesterday and today was coming on probably 4.
Yeah, 4 hours, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's been go
to Sunny Coast.
Yeah, it's kind of funny because we left Brisbane to go all the way to Mackay to hang out with family for about a week and a bit, and now we have to smash it all the way back right down to Coffs Harbour, but catch up with family for like a day or 2 in between on the way down, and then do the camp out, and then officially after all that, we're free after nearly 3.5, coming on maybe 4 months now, like of just
a lot of commitments,
craziness, and not being on the road and not having a van and not being able to travel. So we are so bloody excited.
I'm excited to go to a free camp and just not know what we're going to do the next morning. And not have a plan.
Wake up, hit the road and see what happens.
Get a message on Instagram and someone say, there's a really great free camp down the road from you, and we go, well, let's go there then. And
let's go.
And we just can, you know, and like that's where some of our best content comes because it's things that are spontaneous and it just happens in a sense. Like when you plan it, it doesn't feel the same. Like it's probably
the biggest tip I always say is don't plan much. Do not plan much.
We've been filming while we've been here actually at this stop, and we've been here only today, but we're going to be here 3 nights, and we finally feel like we're back to what we were, I guess. We're
really falling back into routine again, because it kind of, even just filming today, we're still like, almost kind of forgot, I guess. Not forgot, but it was so out of routine because we haven't really done it properly for so long.
You have a very interesting name, Sleeping Around from Town to Town. Said, do you think you'll ever get a dog? Not until we stop.
It's very tempting. It's been talked about so many times.
Yeah.
I think at the moment, no.
Not right now.
But maybe in about 2 or 3, 4 years, I don't know. If a bit later on.
Yeah.
Like if we continue traveling and doing what we're doing for the next 5, 10 years, whatever's going to happen.
Definitely.
I would definitely do it because it'll be different again going around. Yes, you are somewhat restricted, but not a lot. We have hung out with a lot of people with dogs and traveled around. It's mainly national parks is probably the biggest one, and we do like the odd national park and checking out bits and pieces, history, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But the great scheme of things, if you loved your dog that much and you just had to be there, it's not the end of the world. Like it's really not that bad, and it's very doable. Do you think? Yeah, it will happen eventually.
I was going to say we've got a few really good coming in. So will we be coming to Tassie sometime in the next few years from Gail?
100%.
Yes. Definitely.
Yes.
When? Not a clue.
No.
Between now and July next year at some stage. We're going to come back and do the Cape next year. That's pretty much our only other commitment other than the camp out next week at this stage.
Yeah.
It's just really, we want to come to Tassie and we want to be there for a good amount of time. Like we spent 14 months in WA, 10 months in Queensland, and that was during COVID. Imagine like Tassie. It's probably a good 6-month window, really.
Just from everything we've seen and heard and told about, like, it sounds amazing. Like there's so much down there, and the way we do stuff, we like to take our sweet time and really soak up stuff.
Ross has asked, are we meeting up with the Feel Goods? We would like to.
Yeah. We have
something very much in common now as well.
They did reach out a couple of weeks ago to do a podcast. So
we've said yes to that. We've just got to plan it with them.
It's all just timing. Like we're getting to sort of pointy end now and getting away from sort of around this area. So who knows? We might bump into each other sometime soon. You have funny ways of that happening when you're on the road. You're bumping into people all the time. But I'd definitely say, we 100% will catch up when we get the opportunity, for sure.
We've got one here from Mandy or anyone reading Chicky Babe. Sham, will you let us know if the camp out is washed out or if there's anything we need to do before we leave? So definitely.
I did have someone message me earlier and say, is it still on? Is it still going? Because they've had a hell of a lot of rain down there. I think someone just said they had 100 mils yesterday or something. So
yeah.
From as far as I know, we've kept in touch with the camp owner of the campsite, and so far we haven't had any negative news or any reasons why it's not a go ahead. So far at this point in time, it's still a go ahead. So
if anything changes, we will let you know.
100%. If you're a part of the group, we'll put up updates as we get closer to the event, and just see what happens. I guess fingers crossed it's not too bad.
Tristan and Mel here. Did you guys lower control arms for the car? Bigger GVM inbound. No GVM upgrades are happening.
No,
I
did get smashed when I put that little sneaky photo up. It's I'll clear it up real quick right now. It's the upper control arms for the rear of the 62. They're billet. They're from On Tracks down in Melbourne. Those guys that do absolutely amazing work. Andrew down there has really helped me out with this part. But basically, if anybody's noticed in the last few episodes, I've got a fair bit of squeak going on the back. From my knowledge, it's the bushes, and they do eventually sort of just have their day. You can put WD-40 in there and give them some bit of love. But the design of upper arms that Andrew's done is definitely going to help that situation going forward, where potentially it's not going to happen ever again. So it basically just eliminates it, from my knowledge. So stay tuned for that, because I do want to do a bit of a rig rundown at some stage. I've been talking about it for bloody months. It seems like every month something else is happening to the car and there's new bits and pieces going on. So eventually I will do it. Stay tuned for it, because it is coming. But that's basically in a nutshell what those parts are. And I'm getting them done next Monday, aren't I?
26th.
Yeah.
Unlike the calendar, he wouldn't know what the hell's coming up.
I just book stuff.
I was going to say really quickly, we got Jada here for a couple minutes.
Yeah.
Does anyone have a Jada question?
Anyone want to ask Jada any specific questions?
We'll have to read and see what comes up.
What have you been up to?
Oh, so
I've been playing with dolls and stuff.
While we're waiting as well, Burko's been working on getting you to propose to me with a pink diamond. It was supposed to be 1,000 views, but we only got to 515. So obviously, no one really wants a
pink
proposal.
diamond. I'm not in Katanara anymore, and no, I didn't buy one when I was up there.
How are you liking the new bunks from Mandy?
Oh,
they're amazing. When I sit up, it's amazing. I can just sit up. And I don't have to crouch. In the old bunk beds, I had to go like that. Now I can just sit up. Yeah.
You spend a lot more time there, I reckon, than you used to.
Yeah, I spend a lot more time up in my bed reading my books and.
Yeah, she's massive on goop bumps.
Goose
bump books at the moment. Do you miss school?
I absolutely miss it. I miss all my friends.
Yeah.
My friend and I, Mackenzie, we always chat together.
Yeah.
And we play Roblox and we call, so then we can just play. It's amazing. It's fun.
What are your favorite toys to play with on the road, Jada?
Well,
good question.
I like going in kayaks and stuff, but I suppose they aren't toys, really. Well,
a toy I would class as something that you can keep on your bed, or that could fit on your bed.
Books.
She's really into reading at the moment.
Very much a bookworm.
Yeah.
I must admit. Yeah.
I remember going through that stage and reading like whole series and stuff, and that's kind of where she's at the moment. And actually, it was funny today. Of all words, she goes, "Mum, what's a grin?" And I was like, "A what?" And she goes, "A grin, GRIN." I'm like, "Oh, a smile." And she's like, "A smile." And I was like, "How have we not had this word before?" But yeah, grin.
I thought it was a frown face.
Oh, really?
That's what I thought it was.
Stop grinning.
What else have we got? How do you love the new toilet?
It's better than the old one. I
Oh, there you go.
I had to pull the thing out. Eventually, it started getting really hard to pull.
You mean the foot turner thing?
No, to open the hole.
The old toilet.
On the
cassette.
cassette.
You did actually.
Yeah.
In the old toilet, it was hard to pull the
cassette open thing. Yeah, right. It's not so hard in this one, hey?
Yeah.
There you go. You heard it first.
And it's got way more room for me to do my stuff.
What did you miss most about traveling when you were at school?
Nothing really.
Really?
I was just nothing really.
What did you forget? You didn't.
Oh,
when we were traveling.
Mum's. If I went back traveling, I can get a phone. So it made me want to go phone. So it made me want to go traveling more.
When
What-
you were
what
at
did
school,
you- what did you miss?
What did you miss about being in the caravan and doing what we're doing?
Well, I didn't miss losing my friend.
But what did you miss?
I don't know.
Oh, focus here on friends and things.
Oh my goodness.
What about like going to the beach and like having any free time, being able to go around the caravan park and
Probably making friends.
yeah, while you're out and about.
Yeah,
you mean?
and just making friends and hanging out all day, going swimming in the pool with them.
Yeah, Jada's like really, really friend focused. So, one of her biggest things that she always kind of, oh, do you see that thing flying in front of the screen? One of the biggest things she had with us was that we'd left on the road and she couldn't really keep in touch with old school friends. And so when we went back to school, like that was her main goal, was to keep friends and stuff there. And although you find friends on the road, they're people you see for a week or two, you don't necessarily keep seeing them. Hang on, I'm holding. Whoa, you press the button. No, don't get me out of that. Yeah, and so when we were leaving this time, I suggested, I know she's only 9, but I suggested doing a phone. It's on like really heavy parental restrictions, so it's for texting and calling, and that's it. But she's been able to give it to her other friends, and she's been able to message and make phone calls and stuff. And that was kind of her like tipping point. She's like, okay, cool, I'm good with this, because it meant she could keep that long-term connection, I guess. What advice would you give to other kids about to start traveling?
You get time off school if they want that.
Oh yeah.
I think most kids like that.
I don't. I like learning about that stuff.
Let's just scroll down a bit.
Probably seeing all the animals, and just when you get to go in the car and watch your iPad all day.
Oh, spoken like a true 9-year-old.
What? That's the best bit.
The best bit. You get to sit on your iPad when you're on the ride.
It's good when you go swimming and you go to the caravan parks and stuff. It's pretty cool then.
All right. I'm just trying to see if there's any more. Let's find one more for you, and then we'll call it a night, I think. Hang on. Oh, haha. What sort of internet are mum and dad getting, Jada?
What's that mean?
Do you know?
No.
Sorry, guys.
We don't tell her everything. That was smart. I like that. That was very cunning.
Yeah. All right. Well, I reckon around about now, I might call it off anyway. Where are you off to? You going back to the fire? Yeah, Jada's been hanging out at the fire already. So she's got a friend that she's hanging out with tonight. Their parents have let their girl stay up late, and we're letting Jada stay up a bit later. We're normally quite strict with bedtime, but special occasions call them special measures.
Yeah.
But yeah, just wanted to thank you all for being here. Like, really, really appreciate it. One of the reasons that we did a live tonight as well is just to give ourselves a bit of a buffer. We've been kind of week to week while we were trying to get out this reveal and that, and it's just been hectic, like so hectic. We need that buffer back, so we're making content where we are right now. We've got the wait video, we've also got the camp out video coming up, so that's a few things happening.
Lots happening.
And then we'll be going into New South Wales with absolutely zero plans, so if you've got any ideas, feel free to send us a message on socials.
Campsites coming at you, new and amazing locations. It's going to be cool.
We've got some new segments
and ideas, some fun ideas, just to spice things up, make it entertaining, like break up the normal.
Yeah,
because we find ourselves doing the same sort of stuff, and it's like, let's do something different. Let's be different. Everyone
seems to copy each other and try and do what everyone's doing, so we've kind of stopped watching everyone that does anything like us, and just go to the beat of our own drum. Like,
it's not that. It's more, I don't know. I guess when you're doing well, things happen or things start happening that you do, and it's like, all right, cool. It's a bit of a trend setting, I guess, in a sense. But it kind of makes you think, all right, cool. Like we're doing well. We're doing good things. People are cottoning on to that. So we got to stay fresh. We got to stay ahead of the game.
There's new things
come
coming.
Up with ideas. So yeah. No, super excited, very pumped. So if you didn't catch it, Camp Out is on the 28th of this month till the 2nd of October. Oh my God, I couldn't even spit that out. 28th.
That would have been a blooper.
Yeah, so we got the camp out there. If you haven't seen it, jump on Facebook and have a look at the group. If you can't make this one, there's definitely going to be another one coming soon. Keep up to date with what's happening around Australia. It doesn't matter if you're in WA or down in SA. We will be there at some stage, and we'll be doing one big event that you can come to. Other than that, just thank you so much for the support. If you haven't, subscribed to the channel, please do it. It does help us out 110%. But just stay amazing. Like, you guys are awesome.
I'm going to throw out a really fun fact right now. Our subscriber rate on our channel is 50%.
Yeah, 50. It's crazy. Like, to even think that.
The people that are watching us right now, only 50% of you are subscribed.
Come on, guys. Come on.
Please click the button.
Yeah, no, we appreciate it.
It really helps, but yeah.
Yeah, it helps us out. But anyway, thank you again, guys. Thanks for tuning in for another live. We do really enjoy doing this stuff. It's just a really cool, fun way just to, be us and have a bit of a laugh and joke about stuff. And for you guys to learn a bit of information as well. So
someone just asked again what the Facebook group is called. It's the Big Oz Camp Out Crew.
Yes.
You'll be able to find it. You'll be able to type it in. It'll come up. It's got a big green logo, so you can't miss it.
Hang on, if I can get this up really quick. Oh, is it going to let me? Here we go. That's what it looks like. Big Oz Camp Out Crew.
You probably can't hear him when he's at screen because the microphone's here. That's funny.
Jump on it. If you don't know what it looks like now, you do. You can jump on there. Again, there's heaps of information, but I reckon that's it. Let's do it.
Yep. Have we got a wooden fork by any chance? I wish I did. I would have totally done it too.
We did this morning.
Yeah, but Jack used them.
Nobody kept it because I was going to make sure well and truly that it wasn't going to stay in the car.
All right, cool.
All right.
Well, thank you for being everyone. Thanks for being everyone.
Thanks for being everyone.
Thanks for being here, everyone. Really appreciate it. And again, back to normal stuff next week. New segments, episodes. Bloopers as normal, all the things that you love, just new van, different locations. I'm like super pumped.
So excited. I cannot wait to rip back in again.
Cool.
Righto, guys.
All right.
Thanks, guys. See ya.
This is where it gets awkward because I've got to come walk to the camera now to turn it off, but you can hear me here.
I really hope she trips over.
No, don't say that. Oh, where's the hang up?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, where's the hang up?
Oh, I don't know.